Suddenly, this old doom has returned. Welcome everybody. Your host, the John Wyatt Edgar here for another episode of This Old Doom. We have been trucking along through the shores of hell on the abandoned, maybe not abandoned, maybe overrun, altered moon base of Deimos, one of the moons of Mars. And today, we are actually going to go into the Deimos Lab, which is, I think, architecturally, and from a design standpoint, one of the more fun, albeit sometimes frustrating, maps in the game. So, let's go through that and see just how much it's worth. I think we have some pretty high-value properties coming up. I'm not sure where this one will land in that, but let's begin. We do have, of course, a pistol start. Our first little room for activities is back here, and luckily we get a very delicious shotgun. So yeah, you can actually come back there. There's a teleporter right here. This is where it takes us, and as you can see, we have plenty of guests waiting for us that want to be shown the place. I'm going to show them some bullets right now. And this is a pretty open floor plan for most of this map. So instead of going out there into the main hallway and just kind of going after stuff, I'm going to go up here and show you some of the features upstairs in this area. So first, let me make sure I'm grabbing all of the items, even if I don't necessarily need them. I want to make sure we have them. And first things first, you can see here's some items we would like to have, but we have to actually go over here and activate, and I use that term loosely, activate the pillar with the skull on it by standing next to it. There we go, we took care of some. Is there another secret? There's quite a bit of them here. There's 10 of them. That alone will account for $1 million in market value, so definitely need to find all of them. And don't be surprised if we end up doing some backtracking to accommodate that. So this first section is done. Let me, hold on. I don't know why I did that. I forgot I had the computer map, but that's okay. It didn't show us anything we don't already have. That's better. All right, let's try not to die. Rivers of poison. Decorative rivers of poison, and I mean, they are decorative in the sense that I think they bring some nice ambiance here, but I would certainly not want to hang around in there. I think not this section. There are going to be some doors and stuff that open up. Back here would be one of these sections. You can see that just kind of closed in on us. Don't worry, we'll come back to it. First, let's go in here. One thing about Deimos Lab that's pretty fun is that there's a lot of colors being used. It's predominantly blue for the most part, but actually some of the sections that are locked behind colored keys actually have rooms that match that color, which is something you don't always see. There's also a crushing mechanism here, so do be very careful. I've hit that switch. If there's anything else back here we want. We do want to go in there at some point, but I think we have to actually... How do we trigger that? That guy here. That's... Remember if we have to do something in here, or if it just kind of... We'll come back to it. I'm sure it will resolve itself. We need to go into it before we finish here, but let's go ahead and go down this very, very blue hallway. We will see a door and a Baron of Hell. Hello. I really do love this mod that, you know, we put together that kind of showcases some of the things. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to jump that, but I can with the GZ Doom jumping ability. So watch out here. We have some crushing mechanisms as well. Kind of a labyrinth of sorts, an elevated one. Not quite sure what you would do with it, but it's there for, you know, that's something that, you know, you buy the house, you buy the property, you turn it into a house, and you don't really have a game plan. You don't need one all the time. All right, so let's see. I think I want to go around this way first. Yeah, there's just a lot of big sprawling sections here you can see. There's a little alcove. Definitely want those items. And let's see, I'm going backwards. We don't want to do that. But here should be open up into another nice little area for us. And you can see we're approaching the blue door, but we're going to need some other keys as well. Behind the blue door, we're going to find out. Sure we don't forget anything. That has been my crux lately. Oh, I bet you we find a red key back here. Oh, it's a yellow key, actually, so I lied. They duped us. As you can bet, as the level kind of teaches you in that last room we were in, this is another crushing device. Can you guys please just... There we go. Get out of my face. We're going to go ahead and quickly grab that, and then those boys get crushed. You can see there's a yellow door here. This will actually take us to the last section of the level. But let's backtrack a little bit because there are some things that we want to look at. Kind of have these menacing looking things, wall decorations. Let's see if we can go back into this area and figure out how world to open. Okay. Apparently not any way that we're going to find out yet. Let me go through here. I want to check on... I know we're going to come back up here and that thing's going to be open. Don't ask me what triggers it because I don't remember. Let's just keep moving forward. We'll come back up here eventually and solve that. We're already at $1 million, just over $1 million, in fact, on our value. So let's go through here. Let's go through this side area first. You'll see several doors. You'll also see steps here. Not steps, but like a little platform. Show you that a secret is revealed. Very nice. Have this area here, which is also going to give us all kinds of things. So lots of little hideaway places. Make for nice bedrooms, perhaps. Nice little home offices, if you will. It's always a good use for some of this stuff. Here's the steps that'll take us back up to this 5-door frenzy. Go ahead and open this one. You can kind of maybe hear monsters in the background, so we do have to watch out. And yeah, we want to stand back from that, definitely. This is technically a secret. Quite a few of them back there. You hear some doors opening up as I come out. I believe it's that one there. And then when I go through here, it's going to open the doors flanking this one. And that's going to reveal some guests. Unwanted house guests. Pick them out. Ooh, a little simultaneous Keiko Demon Death. Very nice. We have the blue and yellow key still. We've gone through this section. I think we can move along. We have quite a bit of monsters still to get rid of. I want to grab that clip. There might be one on the other side. This is like a half-open circle, kind of like a crescent. And then you probably saw here on this side, there's a little crevasse here. Go ahead and open that door, get ourselves a plasma rifle, and there's going to be a teleporter, which is going to take us down to where that other main elevator would have taken us. So, definitely hear the monsters. We'll go ahead and activate these in case we need to come back up here. That's what they're there for. Don't necessarily think that we will, but I'm going to anyway. And these little side doors are full of friends for us. Come on. Go here. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Another one. No. Killing these monsters is definitely helpful to us. Check the map. I think on this other one is where we will find another secret, perhaps. Nope, that's just the lift. That's okay. We do need to take it up. We're not quite done here yet, where I would want to exit the level. So let's go back this way. Back this way. Okay. Pay attention to the map, John. That's all you need to do. Let's go see if our little areas that I was talking about earlier have opened up. I'm gonna hope that they are, so that we can just move on with our lives a little bit here. It'd also help if I knew which direction I'm going. Go ahead through here real quick. Definitely use the jumping more. Why are you not open yet? There is definitely something amiss here. Hope I didn't just straight up lose this. I think that opens it. I hear it activate anything. Probably should have studied this a little bit. Well, let's keep going. Future viewers of this episode will be scratching their heads at why I just continue to go back and forth. That's why there's a fast forward button. I promise we'll get to the end of this, even if I have to run around 50,000 times. We will get there. So going through here will take us to what is actually the last section of the map. And there's a couple things we can do here. You can see there's the exit door. There's a thing for us. What we need to do first is go down here, that up, that, and go back here. Once we go over this way, some enemies. And then you can hear this guy. Kaboom. We reveal another secret. We're at 2 million. Got some enemies left. Now I think is the time we probably head back up. Yes. I think that will get us where we need to go. What are we missing? We're missing 3 secrets, 30 items. That's quite a bit. 10 kills. I really think a lot of these are going to be back in this section. Kind of we're in the bulk of the initial starts. Trying to figure out where we need to go to get this to open up. I know it opens. Like, I'm not messing around with that. Oh, here we go. This is another thing it opens. Yes. This is what we're looking for. And I probably walked by it 50,000 times. That's okay. That takes care of all of our enemies. Make sure to grab all of these things. Is this thing gonna open back up for us? Because I'm quite sure we need to be in here somehow. Perfect. All right, 1 item left and 1 secret left. So let's take a look at the map. Turn follow mode off and just kind of look and see what we're missing. I don't see anything that's sticking out at me. Not anything that's sticking out that hasn't been discovered. Oh, except for maybe there. Let's take a look at let's see. We've been in go back to the beginning before I use all my health. Start here. Sure we don't get anything. This should take us back to the original part. Looks like we have gotten everything there. Okay, fair enough. We're not missing anything up here, I don't think. We'll check and make sure we didn't orphan an item. Always possible. Does not appear that we did. So we're done here. Where would that last secret thing be? Obviously we did the upper right. I'll check up here one more time for a stranded item, because I know there was a lot of health potions lying about. I don't see one, so just keep moving on. I don't think there's going to be one hanging out there in the It's called. Doors are going to be one in here. I think we need to go back up on that platform. So let's do that. Find out how do we get back up there this way. Forget already? Oh, yeah. Maybe we can go through here, perhaps? No? What the hell am I doing here? This is a very disorienting... It's a very disorienting map. I like it, architecturally speaking. There's a lot you could do with this, but I'll be damned if, given tours of this, you would not get absolutely, completely lost. So let's go up here. There's more crushers. We remember that, so we got to be careful. Through there. And let's see. There it is. A Berserk pack. It would have been nice to have a long time ago. Let's get the hell out of here. Our final market price, 2.8875 million. Very, very well. Probably quicker to go down this way and go through the teleport. Not, but we're doing it anyway. Down the steps. Down here. Through the... This is pretty cool. You could actually put like a really nice LCD screen back there and have some, you know, kind of like an in-home screensaver, if you will. I think Bill Gates used to have that in his like first like big mansion after his, you know, Microsoft fame and fortune and whatnot. There we go. 100s across the board. Pay no attention to the time it took because I don't care, and neither should you. We saw property. Next up, we will have, I believe is it Command Center is next? The next one is going to be a pain. It is gigantic, and I fully expect that it will be our most valuable property to date. A pain to tour, a pain to go through, but it'll be well worth it for those investing in the property itself. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow for more of This Old Dude.